Over the last few days, Google rolled out some serious updates. Lyria 3 is now generating full music with vocals inside Gemini. Pomelli is adding AI-powered product photoshoots for businesses. And Stitch just introduced new agents that design apps, generate App Store assets, and plug straight into code editors. A lot is moving at once. So let's break it down. All right, so Google has officially launched Lyria 3, its newest music generation model. And this one is a real step forward compared to what they showed last year. Lyria 3 is rolling out inside the Gemini app, and it is also powering Dream Track, which is part of YouTube's Creator Toolkit. This is not some research-only demo anymore. This is Google pushing music generation directly into consumer-facing products that millions of people already use. At a basic level, Lyria 3 lets you generate 30-second music tracks using natural language prompts. You can describe a genre, a mood, the tempo, and even the language of the lyrics. And importantly, you no longer need to bring your own lyrics. Lyria 3 generates lyrics automatically, along with vocals and instrumentation. That's a big usability jump over Lyria 2, which launched last May and still required more manual input. What makes this more interesting is that text is not the only input. You can upload an image or a video, and Lyria 3 will generate a track that matches the visual content. That tells you immediately that Google is treating music as a first-class modality alongside text and vision. Audio is no longer an afterthought in the Gemini ecosystem. On the technical side, Lyria 3 generates audio at a 48 kHz sample rate using 16-bit PCM stereo output. That's real production-quality audio, not some compressed demo format. The output length is currently capped at 30 seconds in the Gemini app, but the quality and complexity of the music are noticeably higher than before. These are full arrangements with multiple instruments and vocals, not stitched loops. Under the hood, Google is solving a hard problem here. Music is continuous and multi-layered. You're dealing with melody, harmony, rhythm, timbre, and long-range coherence all at the same time. A song has to sound like the same song from the first second to the 30th second. Lyria 3 is designed specifically to handle that. It generates music from scratch rather than assembling pre-made components. Google has not fully disclosed the architecture, but they do explain that different music models take different approaches. Some generate spectrograms first, which are visual representations of sound. Others, like Google's open-source Music ML, work with compressed audio tokens. Lyria 3 sits in this newer generation of models that can handle high-fidelity audio directly while maintaining structure over time. Now, there's another layer here that matters a lot, especially for creators and platforms. Every track generated by Lyria 3 contains an imperceptible watermark created by Google's SynthID technology. This watermark is embedded directly into the audio waveform. You cannot hear it, but software can detect it. Even if the audio is compressed into MP3, slowed down, or recorded through a microphone, the watermark remains. Users can check whether a track contains SynthID by uploading it back into the Gemini app. This is Google taking attribution and safety very seriously. Music generation raises obvious copyright concerns, and SynthID is their technical answer to that problem. Instead of relying on metadata that can be stripped out, they're embedding a digital signature into the sound itself. And because Lyria 3 can generate music directly from images and video, audio and visuals are starting to collapse into a single creative workflow. Now, Higgsfield is sponsoring today's video, and they've recently rolled out Cinema Studio 2, which is built specifically for that kind of multimodal production. Instead of treating AI video as a simple prompt and wait tool, Higgsfield is structured like a real studio pipeline. You plan shots, control the camera, and generate scenes with intention. With Cinema Studio 2, you start by locking in a hero frame, then define camera movement, lens behavior, focal length, and timing before generation begins. That setup keeps lighting, composition, and subjects consistent once motion starts, which is still one of the biggest challenges in AI video. You can also sequence multiple shots in one project, so outputs feel like a directed scene rather than random clips. All of this sits inside a single platform that already hosts many of the newest and strongest AI video models in one place. Instead of forcing you to jump between tools, Higgsfield has also confirmed that Seedance 2 is coming soon, adding another high-end generation engine focused on long-form, cohesive video. And right now, they're running an exclusive Kling 3 campaign, giving everyone 50% off access to Kling 3, which is one of the most impressive video models available today. So as music, visuals, and direction merge into one workflow, Higgsfield is building the layer that actually makes it usable. Take a look and try it. Links in the description. Lyria 3 is currently available to adult users on the Gemini mobile app. Google has already said that the desktop version is coming in the next few days. Usage caps depend on your subscription tier, with higher limits for Google AI Plus, Pro, and Ultra subscribers. And while there is no public API yet, Google has openly hinted that Lyria 3 could eventually become accessible through an application programming interface, just like other Gemini-powered models. If that happens, this becomes much bigger than a consumer toy. It turns into infrastructure. There is also a real-time side to Lyria 3 that deserves attention. Google DeepMind has introduced something called Lyria Real-Time. Instead of the classic prompt and wait workflow, this system operates on a chunk-based auto-regressive stream. Audio is generated in 2-second chunks over a bidirectional WebSocket connection. The model looks backward at previous context to maintain the groove and forward at user controls to adjust style and direction. This allows for live steering using weighted prompts. You can change the mood or instrumentation while the music is playing, and the model adapts in real time. Latency for control changes is under 2 seconds. That's a very different creative experience compared to static generation. On top of that, Google has built what they call the Music AI Sandbox. This is aimed at musicians and creators who want more hands-on control. You can take a simple hum or a basic piano line and turn it into a full orchestral arrangement. You can use MIDI chords to generate vocal choirs. You can change instruments with text prompts while keeping the same melody. This is human-in-the-loop AI, where the model becomes something you jam with rather than something you just query. Now, naturally, this puts Google directly into competition with companies like Suno and Udio. Suno raised $250 million last November and focuses on catchy, viral-friendly music with features like multi-stem track splitting. Udio leans towards studio-grade fidelity and advanced editing, including in-painting and long-form tracks up to 15 minutes with extensions. Google's current limitation is the 30-second cap, but their strength is speed, multimodal input, and tight integration with Gemini. And that's the key pattern here: integration. While Lyria 3 handles music, Google is also expanding visual generation and design tools in parallel. This brings us to Pomelli. Pomelli is Google's AI marketing experiment from Google Labs, built with help from DeepMind. It launched in October 2025 as a public beta focused on small and medium-sized businesses. It's currently free and available across 4 English-speaking markets. Since launch, Google has been quietly adding features, and now Pomelli is preparing to roll out something called Photoshoot. Photoshoot is designed to solve a very practical problem. Professional product photography is expensive. Studios, lighting, photographers, post-processing, stock licensing, all of that adds up quickly. Photoshoot lets businesses upload an image of a physical product, choose from a set of visual themes, select templates that match those themes, and then generate polished marketing images as if the product went through a professional photo session. These images slot directly into Pomelli's existing campaign flow. Pomelli already uses something called a business DNA profile, which captures a brand's identity, tone, and visual style. Photoshoot builds on top of that foundation and produces ready-to-use assets for social media, advertising, and campaigns without leaving the platform. This is clearly aimed at e-commerce sellers, product brands, and small retailers who don't have access to professional photography at scale, and it fits into a broader pattern. In January 2026, Pomelli added Animate through VO 3.1 integration, allowing animated assets. Photoshoot follows the same layering approach, adding another generative capability on top of brand identity and campaign workflows. Pomelli is still officially in public beta, but given how fast Google has been iterating, a near-term release of Photoshoot seems likely. Google is positioning Pomelli as a serious contender in SMB marketing automation, not just an experiment. Now let's shift to design and agents. Stitch is Google's AI design tool. It launched at Google I/O 2025 as a rebranded version of Galileo AI. Since then, Google has been steadily expanding its capabilities. Stitch already supports Figma export across all agents, and earlier this month, Google rolled out the ID'd agent for early-stage exploration. Now, in the latest development builds, a new agent called Hatter has appeared. Hatter is described as an agent that can create high-quality designs. Right now, when triggered, it behaves similarly to the standard design flow, but the labeling matters. Google is calling it an agent, not a model. That suggests it's meant to handle more complex, multi-step design tasks over time, rather than just generating a single output. This likely ties into something called deep design, which has been spotted before. Think of it as a design-focused counterpart to deep think, applying deeper reasoning to UI and layout generation. Instead of just producing screens, an agent like Hatter could reason through flows, constraints, and design systems step by step. Alongside Hatter, two other features have surfaced in Stitch builds. The first is App Store Asset Generation. This allows users designing mobile apps to automatically generate store-ready screenshots with descriptions and an app icon. For indie developers and small teams, this is a huge time saver. You can go from prototype to App Store visuals without switching tools or hiring a designer. The second is native MCP integration. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol, and in this case, Google is building it directly into Stitch's export menu. Previously, developers relied on third-party connectors like Lovable. With native MCP, Stitch can generate an API key and connect directly to tools like Cursor, Claude, Claude Code, and Gemini CLI. Community-built MCP bridges already exist on GitHub, but a first-party implementation lowers the barrier significantly. Designers and developers can pull Stitch designs straight into their coding environments with minimal friction. And one more detail that often gets overlooked. Google is doing all of this while keeping latency low. Lyria Real-Time operates with under 2 seconds of control latency. Stitch integrates directly into coding tools. Pomelli generates assets directly inside campaign workflows. So what we're seeing here is Google moving from model announcements to system building. Music, images, design, agents, and deployment are starting to blur into one continuous creative stack. Not everything is fully exposed yet. APIs are still limited. Track length is still capped. Some agents are clearly early, but the direction is very deliberate. That's where things stand right now. If you want more breakdowns like this, hit subscribe and drop a like. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.